What's up, cousins? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your very first time visiting my channel, yes, I call all my subscribers my cousins because I'm from the South. Here in the South, we all got a cousin. Before we get started with this video, I want everybody, every single person who is watching this video, just to check right below me. It only takes 5 seconds. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, but not only make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, make sure that your notifications are turned on so that you don't miss a video, because I know YouTube has been turning notifications off, honey, so make sure that yours are turned on so you get more videos like this. Okay, so I know that people clicked on this video for a couple of different reasons. Some of you may have clicked on this video because you are interested in learning how to train your curls. Some of you may have never even heard of the term training your curls, and some of you may feel like training your curls is a myth. Whatever end of the spectrum you're on currently watching this video, all that I ask is that let's just go ahead and respect everybody's opinion. All that I ask is that you just fight the urge, no matter who you are, to talk down or kind of be self-righteous or, you know, just really bleh. So I wanted to make this video because it just seems like clockwork whenever I go to posting actual headshots or shots of my curls or videos relating to around my curls and my wash and goes and things like that. It never fails. I start to get the questions relating to training your curls or getting your curls to look a certain way, or how did you make your hair curly like that? And I just kind of wanted to address it once and for all. Of course, if you have been a cousin for a long time, a lot of the things that I am going to address in this video, I have talked with you guys about in numerous times, in numerous videos, and I'll try to link all the related videos in the description box. But again, I just wanted to put it all in this video and just kind of put it to rest once and for all. Just keep in mind, I am never trying to force anybody to do what I do to my hair, or use the same ingredients that I do, or the same methods that I do, or saying that this is, the end all be all. That is why, first and foremost, I tell you guys, whenever you guys get in my DMs or my messages, that I cannot give you personalized hair advice because I am not a professional. That's number one. I don't want to be. I don't have a desire to do other people's hair. And number two, there's no real way that I can give you personalized hair advice having never seen your head. So just keep in mind, this is just Amber's opinion, and then you are free to let me know how you feel about my opinion in the comment section. So before we jump into my 3 tips for training your curls, let's just talk briefly about what curl training is. So if you grew up in the old school like I did, I say this, I feel like I've said this so many times, but the cousins are always growing. I was natural for a very long time, or I have been natural for a very long time. I never really wore my hair curly. I just always stayed in a salon and I got my hair pressed with a hot comb. When people used to refer in the old days as your hair being trained, it was more so heat trained. So there's definitely a difference in you being able to train your curly hair and what the people in the old days used to consider your hair being trained, which is how tame or how long you get it to be straight, or how easily you could get it to be as far away from your natural curl pattern as possible. And I just want to stress in this video that I am not referring to heat training, because in my opinion, heat training is dangerously close to heat damage. Now, when I was getting my hair pressed all throughout high school, I didn't get my first relaxer until I was 18. Heat training gets a little sticky, and that is more so if you're somebody who is considering yourself a straight natural, which is what I was, or what I called myself back in the day, versus somebody who is just looking to have their curls more manageable or whatever. That is not what we're doing here. And a lot of people have tried to talk slick about my hair over the years. I have not had a chemical other than color touch my hair since 2012, which is when I got my last relaxer, and I have not had color permanent color touch my hair since 2017. All these tips I'm going to give you on how I have kept my hair manageable or trained it, like you guys say, is just coming from my practices. And then also the last thing that I want to say in this long list of disclaimers is just that it takes time. When you think of training and you think of training anything, like even for example when you're training a dog to not pee in your house, it takes time, and it takes a great deal of time, and it takes a lot of repetitive actions over and over and over again. So my first tip in training your curls is to simply keep them stretched. This is a very simple tip, but this is probably the most used option for a lot of naturals whose hair appears to be somewhat trained. There are a number of different ways that you can stretch your hair, but since all my tips are going to be related around preventing heat, like I am not somebody who puts a lot of heat in their hair. I have not straightened my hair in probably 2 years, going on 3 years now. Me personally, I have very fine hair, so I do like the banding method. However, the banding method for me is not something that I can do in a lot of sections, and it's not something that I need to do every night. I like to keep my hair stretched, particularly just like this. Like my hair is in this hairstyle 97% of the time if it's in a wash and go. A very easy way to keep my hair stretched is just a really low ponytail, and I have a satin scrunchie tied around the side up or tied around it just one time. This keeps my hair stretched at the roots, and it gives my curls longevity, and it's still a cute hairstyle. The main concept with the keeping your hair stretched is just like low manipulation, keeping your hair in a direction, and keeping your roots like happy, like keeping them straight, keeping them in the right direction. So this is the best option for me. If you keep your hair stretched over time, number one, it is going to drastically reduce the amount of time that it takes you to detangle your hair. This also causes less knots, less single strand knots, believe it or not, because you're not continuously manipulating and touching your hair and picking it and fluffing it and doing all that stuff that is causing your hair to intertwine around each other. And this really literally just trains your hair to stay stretched. I don't know. The number 2 way to train your hair is to pay attention to product ingredients. I almost hate to bring this up in this video because I am slowly but surely really dreading discussing product ingredients on YouTube. We all are treating what the standard for our hair is as the standard for what everybody has to put in their hair, and I am finding more often than not, too many times, people are just kind of like shaming people for what works in that person's hair. Like, I say all that to say, really, the whole box of training my hair opened when I decided to be on the curly girl method. It stopped being frizzy because I didn't have all these silicone barriers on top of my hair, preventing moisture from getting in and causing my hair to get really frizzy. I personally prefer when I can help it. Like I said, I've been trying a lot of different products recently that do contain silicones because I've just been working with different brands. But when I am just, by myself and not working with anybody, and I can really get on my personal hair regimen, I prefer not to use silicone, so that way I don't have to worry about putting something in my hair. I can get in the shower and once again keep my hair stretched. I don't wash my hair free. I don't let my hair do all the swinging in the shower. It looks cool in the video, but I don't do that. Stick with them. Especially if you are not somebody in my position, whereas you're a natural hair product reviewer, blogger. You're not somebody who is constantly having to try different products for your job. Sticking with one product is crucial. That is really important, and that is a big key in training your hair. Is just your hair knowing what it's going to get.
Not oh, what are you gonna do to me today? Are you gonna protein treat me? Are you gonna deep condition me today? Are you gonna blow dry me, diffuse me? Are you gonna use a shampoo or co-wash? What are we doing?
So give your hair a break and let it get accustomed to what it's doing, and you will be surprised how trained your curls get. And then last but not least, my last tip for training your curls is manual training. what you continuously do to your hair is how you're going to train your hair to be. So everybody always asks me, like, how do you get your hair to clump like that? I have shingled my hair so much, and I am constantly shingling gel and shingling my like twisting creams. Even if I'm not about to like wash and go, if I'm on the rare occasion doing a twist out, I'm still gonna shingle the products before I start twisting. My hair pretty much stays clumped and shingled even like when I'm washing it. My hair just, at this point, like, it wasn't always like that.
I promise you, like
when I the first year probably after big chopping to go back natural, my hair did not naturally clump. My hair was just like a loosey goosey, just frizzy, all kind of mess. Same thing as, you know, us naturals when they say we have that, like that if you work in 4 sections, we have like that permanent middle part. That essentially is the same concept. And that's it, guys. I know these tips are really simple, but it was meant to be. I love you guys so much. I feel like I have not told you guys that in such a long time. We are almost at 90K, and I appreciate all my cousins, old and new. Before you leave, make sure that you're a cousin too.